The United States has imposed new sanctions on Chinese officials over the clampdown on the people of Hong Kong. The country also took a step towards welcoming residents of Hong Kong who are on the receiving end of Chinese aggression. Trump administration has said that it was barring 14 vice chairs of the Standing Committee of the National People's Congress from traveling to the United States. It will also be freezing any U.S. assets of the officials. Now remember, the Standing Committee of the National People's Congress spearheaded the imposition of a tough national security law on Hong Kong. The Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has said that the United States was holding Beijing accountable for its unrelenting assault against Hong Kong's democratic process. However, the Trump administration did not announce any sanctions on the committee's chairman, Li Zhangshu, who is also considered as a right-hand man of President Xi Jinping. The U.S. has already slapped sanctions on the Hong Kong chief executive, Carrie Lam. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives voted unanimously to make it easier for the people of Hong Kong to live in the U.S. This comes after Britain and Canada took similar steps. The Democratic representative, Tom Malinowski, said, and I quote, "Welcoming people was more powerful than deciding to slap a few sanctions. It is actually much more than a humanitarian gesture. It is one of the best ways to deter China from crushing Hong Kong." Even though the move has support from representatives across party lines, it still needs approval from the Senate. If passed, the residents of Hong Kong would then enjoy temporary protected status for 5 years and will gain the right to work in the United States. They will join citizens of conflict-ridden states like Syria who cannot be deported. For more details on this news development, our correspondent Rachel Silverman joins us from San Francisco. Thanks so much for joining us, Rachel, and a very strong support from the United States, to Hong Kong, as the US aims to now welcome the residents of Hong Kong to enjoy temporary protected status for about 5 years and even gain the right to work in the US. Now, this, of course, is a big stand against Beijing and its crackdown on Hong Kong's autonomy. So how is this move being viewed in the United States?
This is a big step over the disqualification last month of the elected opposition legislators in Hong Kong, the allegation being that they've undermined democracy in Hong Kong. And this will, of course, next go to the U.S. Senate, and it will enter into the U.S. debate over security measures, over immigration, and it will be a hot topic for sure when we have a new president come January 20th.
Right. Now, Rachel, more sanctions on Chinese officials have also been announced. Can you tell us the impact that this will have on the already on-edge U.S.-China relations?
Well, this action is widely seen as part of an effort by outgoing President Donald Trump to cement his tough on China legacy, and also it boxes in President-elect Joe Biden before he takes office in January into a hardline position on Beijing. The Secretary of State Pompeo has used words like unrelenting assault, saying that Beijing has turned Hong Kong's legislative council into a rubber stamp. And Beijing is saying that the U.S. should stop meddling. So this is really it's not clear how this will all play out with the new administration, although the president-elect has promised a tough line against China and has previously described President Xi as a thug. So the Biden team, on the one hand, wants to take a tough stand about this, but on the other hand is seen to want to seek potential areas to boost cooperation with China. So this is the sort of thing that's very difficult to predict right now how things will play out once the new administration takes charge.
Right. That actually brings me to my final question. Just to sum things up, as the Biden administration gears up to take charge on January 20th, do you see any of these policies being overturned? What will be the new president's stand on Chinese aggression?
Well, that remains to be seen. The new president has indicated that he's willing to make executive orders to overturn orders that President Trump has made. That is certainly a possibility. But as I said, President-elect Biden has also indicated that he will take a tough stance against China, and no one is going to call him soft against anti-democracy actions. So, the ball is in the president's court, and very difficult to predict exactly what the president-elect will do come January 20th.
Right,
Rachel,
we'll
holding his cards close to his vest.
Right, absolutely. Rachel, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us on this broadcast and for all your insights.